Okay, so picture this for me. You're sitting down at your computer and you're like pulling up your whatever Canvas or Google Classroom or whatever website your homework is listed on. And you know that you have homework that you need to do, but you don't want to do it. I'm in that boat right now. And I just wanted to actually to just make a quick video about kind of my thought process, like my process of how I end up doing the homework anyway. So let me actually turn on my ring light. There we go. Nice and professional. I'm a YouTuber now. So I have my homework up right here on my computer, and I've been avoiding doing it for the last like 20 minutes. But that's actually my process. That's how I end up doing the work. Is I will pull up the homework assignment. I'll have it sitting up, and then I'll open a new tab, and I will just watch YouTube for 20 minutes or so. And what this will do for me is it almost makes me feel like I'm getting away with not doing the homework. And then once I've like finished the YouTube video, then I move to the actual homework. And for whatever reason, it actually works really well for me where I'm able to like semi procrastinate. And I think I talked about this in one of my shorts that I made recently. It was one of my discipline tips videos. But like that's just one of the that's just kind of one of the tricks that I like to use personally because for whatever reason being able to pull up the assignment and then like basically move away from it and like dodge it for a few minutes, it just kind of it it tickles the correct part of my brain so that once the video is finished, like once I've finished dodging the assignment, I can go back to it and I can feel like, okay, now it's time for me to actually do the assignment and move on. Um, like I said, I'm really not exactly sure how it works and or why it works, but it does work for me. So I just kind of wanted to share that and also to kind of just talk about as well, like use that as kind of an example for know yourself, I guess is what I'll say. Because I see a lot of videos. I mean, I consume a lot of self improvement content, which is why also I'm like that's kind of why I wanted to make self improvement content, is because to a certain extent, I feel like I'm kind of making these videos for me, for myself. Um, just for me to help think through my thought processes and be able to really formulate solid ideas, but also just because like I feel like I can't be the only person who feels like this or thinks this way. So what I want to say is like make sure that you know yourself. Like I consume so many self-improvement videos. I have consumed so many self-improvement videos over the course of my entire like YouTube tenure, so to speak. Like the amount of time that I've spent watching YouTube videos. I've been watching YouTube videos for like 10 years. And I've been watching self improvement videos for probably like 5 or 6 years of that. Like, I've been watching self improvement videos for a long time. And a lot of the advice is really good, but sometimes there's going to be advice that just doesn't land with you. Like, either you just, it doesn't even get off the ground. You're like, that doesn't sound right, or you try it and it just doesn't work for you. And I think it's important to understand that that is going to be the case sometimes. Whether it's you hear it from me or you hear it from like one of these big YouTubers, sometimes the advice that they give you specifically for self improvement is not going to work for you. It's not to say that it doesn't work at all, but sometimes it's just not going to work for you, right? Like, I mean, to be honest, this advice, I've never seen it really anywhere. I don't know if it's going to work for anybody else. I'm putting this out there as just a way for if you come across this and if you have any inclination to maybe try it and it ends up working for you, great. Apart from that, I mean, but I only know that this works for me because I kind of know myself, right? I have a weird inclination. I have a weird disinclination towards like having a structured day. Like I I hate having to like have a plan for the entire day. Like I don't like it. I like more of a okay, we'll see how the day falls out. Like that's just how I like to roll right now. So I don't want to have like okay, at 8 a.m. you start your homework, So it's like okay, at 8 a.m. I'll pull up the homework and then I'll chill for 20 minutes and watch YouTube. And that just like I said, it just kind of tickles that part of my brain that doesn't like the structure, and then I can get into the homework and I can bust out, I'll bust out several assignments and get completely, I'll get ahead in one of my classes doing that just in a short amount of time. But that's because I know myself. And so I guess that's the lesson for today is just try to understand yourself. If you can, figure out like who you are and how you are, because that will dictate what techniques you should and can use, right? Because there are so many. I mean, I've made 2 discipline tips shorts, and I've shared probably 4 or 5 discipline techniques so far that work pretty well for me that I also haven't really seen many people talk about. But that's 4 different ways that you can get a job done, and there are so many other ways that you can also try to get the job done. So, like don't limit yourself either. Like make sure that you know yourself, know that there are going to be certain techniques that aren't going to work, but also like be aware that there are so many different techniques for focusing and discipline and all this. Like there's so many different techniques out there that you can use. If one doesn't end up working for you, don't freak out and be like, "Oh man, there's something wrong with me." Like there's so many different techniques you can use. If one doesn't work, it's not that big a deal. So, that's it for today or for this video. It's not really anything too crazy. I just wanted to make a short video talking about that. So, cool. If you made it all the way to the end, as always, I appreciate you and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.